Hi, in this video we'll learn how to set up cloud-based MongoDB that uses MongoDB Atlas Global Cloud Database. With MongoDB Atlas Global Cloud Database, we can deploy, operate, and scale a MongoDB database in the cloud with just a few clicks. So let's start off by going to the link provided in your lab document to the MongoDB Download Center and enter our information over here. Okay. Once that's set up, our cluster should be ready to configure. So let's leave all the default settings as they are. Create cluster. And this takes about 5 to 10 minutes. So what I did was create another account. So then we don't have to wait for this to set up. So I'll just sign out so you don't have to wait. And I am just going to open this account that I had set up earlier. And here the cluster is ready to go. So now what we're going to do is we'll set up the security and then we'll install MongoDB shell and connect it to our cloud cluster. So Atlas requires clients to authenticate to access the clusters. So we have to create MongoDB users to access the deployment. So from the security tab, we are already in MongoDB users. Let's add a user here. And since we don't have an admin user, let's create an admin user and call it admin. And for password, we can call it admin for now. And add user. All right, so this is good. Okay, so next, since Atlas allows only client connections to the cluster from entries in the project's whitelist, we are going to add our IP to the IP whitelist. So over here, let's click add IP address. You can add current IP address, give it a name maybe, and confirm and wait for Atlas to update the firewall. You can repeat the step that we just did and give access to all IP addresses if you want, or another IP address if you're working from multiple locations. So I'm just going to wait for this to complete. And then we will download Mongo Shell client and connect it to our cluster. Okay, so now that this is ready, we will go back to the cluster view and then click on connect and connect with Mongo Shell. And here I'm gonna select my OS, which is Windows, and download Mongo Shell. Okay, so it looks like I already have a Mongo Shell from before, which I need to remove. Oh, sorry, I had all these open. Okay, so now that the download is complete, What we want to do is unzip it in a folder in a directory called, let's call it mongodb. All right, so let's extract it here. And then once that is done, what we want to do is add the path of this directory that we just created to our operating system's path or environment variable. So in Windows, I'm going to search environment variable so I can edit it. And I'll go to environment variables, go to path over here, edit, and then I'm gonna add a new path over here. And the path from our folder was mongodb slash, and I know the name of the folder. I actually saved it here. So actually, just copy it. So this is the correct path, and you can double check with the name over here, with the download, I guess. But yeah, pretty sure this is the correct name. Okay, okay, and okay. All right, so once we're done with that, we're just gonna copy this URI and then go to our command window and paste that and enter your password. And there we go. We are all set. Once you see MongoDB Enterprise Cluster Shard Primary, you are connected to the cluster. Now, for Mac users, you can check out the lab document on how to add the path of your directory to your OS. I'll also put I'll also put the commands in the descriptions below the video here. Okay, so now that we are connected to the MongoDB shell, let's try out some MongoDB shell commands. Let's try out help to see what all the help options we are available for us. Or how about db.help, all the help commands for database. How about db.emp.help, and it shows help commands for collections. Let's see what databases are in our cluster. Right now there's admin and local. Let's see if there are any collections. There are none. Let's create a database called test. If there was an existing database called test, use test wouldn't have created a new database. Since there isn't one, use test creates a new one. So now that we have this database, let's see if this shows as a database. It doesn't. So the reason why it doesn't is because it doesn't have any collections in it right now. So let's add a collection using the insert. Okay, so all right. So now we have a cluster, and now if you do show data piece, there we go, it shows. You can do show collections, and it shows a collection EMP, or you can even query to see what's in our collection. All right, there we go. So that's all for how to set up cloud-based MongoDB and connect to MongoDB shell. So in the next video, you'll see how to set up MongoDB Compass and MongoDB packages. So thank you for watching.